Hey guys, what is up and welcome back. We are throwing it back and doing a cook with me video. I say throwing it back because that's what we're strictly doing. We are chatting and cooking in today's video. It's been a little while since I've done one of these. I throw in recipes in all of my videos basically, but we're gonna chat about life and things, and I'm making stuffed shells. So I went to the grocery store this morning with cozy. I wanted like a warm, cozy meal because we are already super cold here. It was 37 degrees this morning when I dropped Sydney off at school. We're cold, but we need to be cozy. I'm gonna make stuffed shells. I haven't made these in forever. And they're also a really easy meal to put in the freezer, to make ahead of time. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna make them ahead of time right now and then pop them in the fridge, and then they will be ready to be put in the oven for actual dinner time. I thought it would be nice to chat and cook an easy meal. I'm sure you guys have made stuffed shells in your day. I am making veggie ones, or cheese and spinach, no meat, but you can totally put meat in here. You can do like sausage, hamburger, ground turkey, whatever it is that you eat for protein. So that's what we're doing. Also, my favorite pasta sauce was on sale. I need to go to Sam's Club and get these because they're usually the cheapest, but they only have the one flavor at Sam's Club. They only have the marinara, and I love the roasted garlic and I love the cheese. So whenever it's on sale, I try to grab it because Lord knows it's expensive, but it's so good. I've tried many other kinds, and this is just the best. I almost couldn't find large shells, but when I was at checkout, I never do this. I asked, I was like, by chance, am I just missing where the large shells were? And they had them out back, and they went and grabbed me some. So I have large shells. We have fresh garlic, yellow onion. Of course, I have fresh spinach, ricotta, parmesan, and mozzarella. Very simple, but delicious and homey. And I figured if I have extras, again, like I will just pop some in the freezer, and that will be nice to have. First and foremost, starting a large pot of water for my pasta. You're gonna wanna cook them till a minute before al dente, because you don't want them to be super soggy and floppy and fall apart and rip apart, which used to always be my problem. I used to break all the noodles, but not today. So while the water is heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut up a little bit of onion and garlic and chat with you guys. So health-wise, doing really well. Of course, we are headed into fall and winter. And if you guys are new or don't know, I, in the past, have struggled with seasonal depression to the point where, I think it was like 2020 or 2021, that whole season was really bad for me. And so I use I call it a Happy Light. Anyway, but typically my symptoms do not appear until January, like after Christmas. And so I'm holding strong. I'm doing really well, trying to get out of the house as much as possible, which helps. So doing really well as far as that goes. Have not had any setbacks. You know, I am human, but doing very well mentally and emotionally, which I am so grateful for, because you guys, I'm sure most of you know what it's like to not be in a great like mental headspace, and so I'm always grateful. I never take it for granted. One area that I need to improve in though is working out, because I haven't worked out since vacation. Maybe I have just like a couple times, but I want to get back to working out regularly because I know like it's very important in the winter for me, especially to stay motivated and healthy and all of that. But yeah, one thing at a time, as I am contemplating baking some pumpkin chocolate chip cookies later and all these fun treats. This is way too much onion. I do not know what I was thinking. I guess I can save this in the fridge. I also want to do a Trader Joe's fall haul coming up very soon. I want to go probably, I don't know, maybe like the end of the week and see what they have for seasonal items. It's been a little while since I've been, and my freezer stash of Trader Joe's items is scarce. So we'll do that later. This Sunday at Sydney's field hockey practice, it was beyond cold. All of the parents were sitting there like just shivering and groaning and moaning because it was so cold. It was in the 40s. And yeah, we were just all super freezing. And then that prompted me to go home and immediately look up winter gear because I have to be prepared, you know, now for Sydney and get her all situated with snow pants and mittens and hats and boots and, you know, because in Maine, New England, and I know other places too, but I'm just saying Maine and New England because that's where I live. You have to really just prepare earlier than a lot of people do. I'm determined to not freeze this winter. I want to get wool socks, really good quality winter boots. I'm sick and tired of getting $50 pair here and there and then just being absolutely miserable every single day of the winter because my feet are freezing. My hands and my feet have like horrible circulation, and so I'm just gonna bite the bullet this year and buy like really good quality things that are probably expensive but will last me and help me be happy. I want to go to LL Bean and get like a really good coat. Yeah, I'm just gonna help myself this year instead of complain about being cold all the time. I had a lot of extra onion, so like I said, I'm gonna be putting spinach in my like cheese mixture, loads of spinach. So I got some fresh baby spinach and I'm just gonna chop that up a little bit so that there's not big, huge leaves of spinach that we're choking on and biting into. Sometimes I like it nice and chopped. The landscapers just arrived right on time as I'm talking to the camera. And I like to take the stems off my, just like the big stems. Just because sometimes they're not that pleasant to chew into. Apparently this one has a lot of big stems. All right, really salty water. I am cooking this. The package says 16 minutes, so I'm gonna do like 14 and then test them to see how they are. If this doesn't bring back Sunday memories growing up as a kid, fogged up windows because your parents are cooking, it's cold outside, cozy vibes, got fall leaves on the ground. All right, so the shells are cooked to not quite al dente. I've drained them and now I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle a little bit of oil on them so that they don't stick to each other and then become a mess, and then work on the filling. It's so easy. I know you guys have made these before, but if you haven't, or maybe I do things just slightly different than you, I hope you try. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the filling, grab my ricotta and my cheeses, my egg out of the refrigerator, and go ahead and mix that all up with some seasonings as well. totally forgot about my onion, spinach, and garlic. So I'm taking a little saucepan. I'm gonna go ahead and saute those ingredients together and then mix them in the cheese. This has been cooking for a few minutes and nice and soft, and I'm gonna go ahead and add in the garlic. I'm gonna take this spinach, onion, and garlic mixture and mix that into the cheese mixture that I made before. I had that waiting in the fridge because I realized I had forgot to do the whole onion thing. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that together here. How good does that look? It looks so delicious. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put in the bottom of my casserole dish, I have just this one, and then I have another one that is in the it's actually, the dishwasher is done running. So I'll go ahead and make 2 of these. But for the first one, I'm gonna go ahead and use this pasta sauce and lay down a layer of, oh no, of sauce first. I'm trying to back away because it always gets me. I did not spray my pan. Well, hopefully it doesn't all stick. I'm gonna go ahead and get filling up our shells, and then once they're full, just place them on top of the sauce. So glad I did not overcook these because they're gonna be much easier to work with, much less messy. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff these nice and stuffed. This is gonna be so delicious. And then go ahead and just place it in your pan or in your casserole dish. All right, so from here, you're gonna go ahead and top it with some more pasta sauce and hopefully not stain your shirt too badly. Oh no, I probably should have bought another jar. I have other pasta sauce, but this is just my favorite. You just don't want the shells to not have sauce on them because you don't want them to dry out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and top this off with my fresh, well, not fresh mozzarella, ooh, you could totally use fresh mozzarella. That would be amazing on this. Why didn't I think of that? Anyway, shredded mozzarella all on top. Top it with some tin foil. I am gonna store this in the fridge for the next couple of hours just so that I can pop it in the oven when I get Sydney home from school and have it be nice and fresh. is ready. I love that I've prepped it and don't have to do anything. Come dinner time, just pop it in the oven and we're good to go. Maybe with some garlic toast. And then I have one that I popped in the freezer for a future meal. I'm gonna start doing that more, especially in the winter. Like sometimes if I'm not in the mood to cook, I'm gonna have a beautiful, delicious dinner ready to pop in the oven from my freezer. So I definitely want to go ahead and start doing that more. Something that I never really used to do. I would prep like muffins and like baked goods and things, but never dinners or meals because I was kind of intimidated by it, didn't know how to do it. But anyway, so excited. Now I gotta clean up though. While I'm thinking about it, did you guys hear that there's gonna be another Prime Day? I think it's October 11th and 12th, which is perfect if you start your holiday shopping around October-ish. I used to think, I know I've said this last year, I used to think my mom was crazy for talking about Christmas in October, but now as a mom, dude, to get your entire Christmas list done and everything that you need done and festivities and everything on top of it from Black Friday till Christmas is a little bit stressful. So I have been starting in October and thinking ahead. So anyway, I haven't started yet, but I just wanted to, yeah, October 11th and 12th. And then there's of course like early access deals and whatnot going on. Anyway, follow me on Instagram because I of course will be sharing lots of Prime Day deals over on Instagram. And then I've already got things saved in my wish list and in my carts that for ideas for other people and for Sydney. I love this time of year. I love it. I don't really buy Sydney anything all year long except for birthday and holiday. All right, the oven is preheating. I have it set to 350. I just took this out of the fridge to kind of come up to room temperature just a little bit more because putting a cold glass in, I'm sure it's fine because it's only been in the fridge, but if this was like straight out of the freezer, you can't put it into a hot oven or the glass will break. So, and just while the oven is preheating, setting this right here. I think we'll do like 30 minutes. All right, Sydney and I are about to sit down and eat our dinner. I had to try a bite before I sit down. Sydney's letting them cool a little bit and they are so good. If you guys try them, definitely let me know. I know they are simple, but they are delicious and definitely a good freezer meal item to have in your freezer for the future. So I hope you guys enjoy it and I'll talk to you in the next one.